Hey guys, what's up? This is White Boy for the win, and welcome back to Why Mega Evolved. Now, earlier last week we talked about Mega Sandslash, and today we're going to be talking about Mega Mightyena. But before we get started, let me just give you guys a brief explanation what this series is about. Now, every week we'll be picking two Pokemon that either need a Mega Evolution, deserve a Mega Evolution, or want a Mega Evolution for. Now, this is based off my opinion alone, and no one else's. Now, if you guys do not like my opinion, then please post your own opinions in the comment section down below about what would you keep, what would you change, and etc. And at the end of every video, I will be telling you guys which Pokemon we're going to be talking about the following day. So with that said, here is Mega Mightyena. Now, first things first, I'm sorry if the background I'm using is making Mightyena blend in so well. When I was making the pictures to like use for these videos, I didn't realize that Mightyena was going to blend in so well. So if you can't really tell on the design I'm using, just focus on Mightyena and you'll see the design for it. So like I said, I do apologize. Next time in the future, I will try to not use backgrounds that make the Pokemon blend in so well. So I do apologize, but nonetheless, when Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire were first introduced, we already knew that there was going to be a lot of Pokemon from 3rd Gen getting a Mega Evolution, and if you did not know already, Mightyena is from 3rd Gen. And with new Megas coming out from 3rd Gen, considering that was like the remake of the game, and Mega Evolutions were a thing because it's technically counted as 6th Gen while also being 3rd Gen, there was 3 Pokemon that I thought that were going to be getting a Mega Evolution, and those were Flygon, Milotic, and Mightyena. Now obviously Flygon was like what everyone wanted, considering that it was that when 3rd Gen was still new and still popular, Flygon was just the one Pokemon where everyone had to have. If you did not have one, you weren't cool. And then when 4th Gen came along, Garchomp came along and pretty much just threw Flygon in the sewers basically. So we didn't get a Mega Flygon, and for Milotic, it wasn't that it was just not a fan favorite. I mean, considering that it was, Wallace had Milotic, and since contests were coming back and you can Mega Evolve in contests, we all thought that Milotic was going to be getting a Mega Evolution, but sadly it did not. So that was partially a upsetting moment when we found out we weren't getting like a Mega Milotic. And also Mightyena. Now Mightyena is one of those Pokemon where it just absolutely needs a Mega Evolution because it's so beyond booty. Now I'm not saying that the moves it gets are booty, I'm just saying stat wise, because Mightyena gets access to a lot of good moves. It gets access to the Elemental Fangs, Sucker Punch, Play Rough, and so on and so forth. So I think that a Mega Evolution for Mightyena is like necessary to the point where that its stats are still booty, no matter like if it comes across like a Pokemon with Mach Punch, regardless of what tier it's at, it's still gonna get bopped. So I want to make this thing, or I want to have a Mega Mightyena, so maybe in the future when we get to like maybe 8th Gen or something like that, or maybe 7th Gen, when we get more Mega Pokemon, I think that Mightyena is going to be on the list on like the next Pokemon to be getting a Mega Evolution. I hopefully think so, but it's probably not guaranteed, considering that we already have enough 3rd Gen Mega Evolution Pokemon, but we need more 5th Gen Megas because we only have Mega Audino from 5th Gen that has a Mega, but that's besides the point. So as you can tell from what I've done to Mega Mightyena's stats, I did increase everything but decreased its special attack by 30. Since Mightyena's stats are just booty everywhere, I wanted some more points to distribute into its other stats, and since its special attack is technically the lowest, I wanted to decrease it by 30 because there's no way anyone's going to be running like a special Mightyena, even if it does get an increase into its special attack. I mean, granted that Game Freak can go like towards the route of like Mega Pidgeot. Instead of making it physical, they just made Mega Pidgeot pure special. So I don't know, but from what I'm like, or from what I think it should get, I wanted to increase or decrease its special attack, get 30 extra points to distribute, so that's what I've done. So now for its physical attack, I increased it from base 90 to base 140. Now I wanted to make Mightyena just a powerhouse physical attacker just because it has an amazing move pool. Like I said, it gets access to like Play Rough, Sucker Punch, Iron Tail, the Elemental Punches, and Play Rough. So those are just amazing moves you can run on Mightyena if you wanted to. So those are just partially the reasons why I significantly, I know I said that wrong, increase its physical attack to base 140. It's just going to be doing a lot of damage, and since before you Mega Evolve, Mightyena does get access to Intimidate, so what you can do is that you can pretty much make this thing like a Mega Mawile, just to have a Mawile, have the Intimidate on it, and then Mega Evolve is what you can do. So that's where I was kind of going with when I made its physical attack base 140. So with 140 physical attack, it's just going to be a monstrous Pokemon. Now for its physical defense and special defense, I increased it from base 70 to base 90 and base 60 to base 80. I wanted to give it some sort of like physical and special boost, just because since Mightyena is pretty frail on its own already, even at base 70 and 60 physical and special defense, it's not going to be able to take any hits whatsoever, even if you do get an Intimidate, because Mach Punch can pretty much just knock it out regardless of what EV spread or what IVs you have on your Mightyena. It's just that it's so frail, and that's the one thing I hate about Mightyena. It has so much great potential, but its typing and its defensiveness is what's killing it. Because I love Mightyena, I love its design. It's probably one of my favorite designed Pokemon from 3rd gen. So I just think it needed some sort of increase into its defenses. That way it will be able to eat up hits a little bit better. Now for its speed, I increased it from base 70 to base 110. Now I kind of wanted to make Mega Mightyena kind of like mixed with like a Mega Mawile and a Mega Absol. Considering that Mega Absol is a dark type, just pure dark type, and it's a glass cannon with sky high speed and sky high physical attack. That's where I was kind of going with like the Absol part. And also I want to make it kind of like Mawile, where it has the Intimidate before Mega Evolving, then you Mega Evolve, and then you're pretty much set to go, and you will be able to eat up physical hits. So that's where I was kind of going with for Mega Mightyena, just like combine Absol's power and Mawile's ability before Mega Evolving into Mightyena, and that's what I've done. So with base 110 speed, I think it's perfect, because if you just left it at like base 100 or base 90, I think it was going to be pure shit. With base 110, you will be on like the top, or like the bottom top tier speedy Pokemon, if that makes any sense. Now granted, with the stats I've given it, I still can see Mightyena still being in the lower tier. I don't think it's going to be going into like UU. I mean, if it does, then that's a surprise, honestly. So I can see this thing being put either into NU or RU, because I believe Mightyena right now is in PU. But nonetheless, there's its stats. Now as a regular Mightyena, it has 420 base as a regular Mightyena. Same base stat as I believe as Mawile, and also Mega Mawile, because when it Mega Evolves, this new base stat is at 520. Now, for its ability, I actually gave it the ability Fur Coat. Now, I honestly think that Fur Coat is the best ability for Mightyena, considering of its typing is just pure dark. Fighting type moves is pretty much killing it, and with the Intimidate before Mega Evolving, and then you Mega Evolve, get the Fur Coat ability, have base 90 defense, this thing will be able to eat up a lot of hits, because if you don't know what Fur Coat does, it pretty much halves physical type attacks coming or getting dealt to Mightyena. So for instance, I don't know, I think Mach Punch is based as at 40. So for instance, if you use Mach Punch on a Fur Coat Pokemon, instead of having base 40 power damage, it'll actually be base 20 power damage. So with Fur Coat ability on Mega Mightyena, I think it's going to be a bulky, monstrous powerhouse Pokemon. Now the sad thing is that Fur Coat only works for physical type attacks, which is understandable, but if you like use like Moonblast or something like that, or Hyper Voice on a Mega Mightyena, it's just going to get bopped in one turn, considering that its special defense is at base 80 from what I've given it. But nonetheless, most of the time your opponent's probably going to be going for like physical type moves on your Mightyena, like fighting type moves for example. So Fur Coat I think is like the best ability for it. Now if you don't like the Fur Coat, I was thinking about giving it just the Intimidate ability back. I mean, you can go that route, but I think Fur Coat's better, because then when your opponent switches out of like the Intimidate from being lowered by 1 coming from the Intimidate from Mightyena, and they switch back in, they're gonna have their attack back to normal. So I think Fur Coat is good, because then it halves the damage of physical type attacks. So that's mostly the reason why I think Fur Coat is the best ability for a Mega Mightyena. And for its typing, I left it alone as pure dark. Now I was thinking about actually adding on the fairy type characteristics, making Mightyena the first dark fairy Pokemon, But then I thought, if I added on the fairy type characteristics, I know you guys are just going to be starting to bitch and saying, oh, why did you give the fairy type characteristics to Mightyena? Leaving it as dark is just better because it doesn't look like a fairy type. I mean, Azumarill doesn't look like a fairy type. It looks like a freaking egg. And it's a water type. Okay? I left it alone so you guys will stop bitching, but I would actually add on the fairy type characteristics if I wanted to, but I didn't for this video just because I knew a lot of you guys were just going to be complaining about it, because it doesn't get access to play rough, so you do have the stab move for the fairy type characteristics. So with that, there is Mega Mightyena. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and also don't forget to comment and subscribe. Now, the next Pokemon we're going to be talking about on Friday is Mega Braviary. Yes, we're going to be going to 5th gen because 5th gen needs some love. It only has one Mega Pokemon at the moment, and that's Mega Audino, and no one uses Mega Audino. So talking about Mega Braviary could actually help out in the long run. So like I said, on Friday we're going to be talking about Mega Braviary. So this is White Boy for the win. Oh, one more thing. I know I keep forgetting this every time I record, but if you guys missed the previous episode for my Y Mega Evolve series, I always put them in the description box down below so you guys don't have to go searching through my channel. I only started to do that probably on like my 80th episode, so don't expect me to have it on my like older videos from like 40s and like 30s, episode 30s and stuff. So like I said, Friday we're going to be talking about Mega Braviary. So this is White Boy for the win. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.